Getting that part out. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name is James Delacori, and I come to you courtesy of your show. That's right, the Kickout Crew. More importantly, I think it's your network because hey, we're in this together. So Mosmel, what? God,
Yeah.
why does smell? All right. So hey, we're all just hanging out. So it's kind
Hey,
of like
we're in it to win it.
right. It's kind of like your network, some would say.
Hmm.
So yeah, not a bad welcome. Really excited to get this train rolling. So Jesse, welcome back to the platform. Everybody, everybody knows Jesse from a couple of my bonus episodes. So there's no better way I can describe him. My best friend, the homie, and hey, I've talked way too much. Jesse, please save this episode.
Yeah. Boy, I can't do much else. Um, you know, we were sitting here talking tonight, and we decided that, well, we were talking about some inspirational songs that just
Exactly.
really, like, I mean, just kick you in the, well, excuse my French, but just kick you in the ass and be like, man, that is good music right there.
For real.
And one of the main ones we were talking about, James, was Steve Winwood. I don't know if y'all know that feller or not. He's got tons of hits.
But
But Steve
what
Winwood,
song is it?
um, I believe it is. Don't let me get the song name wrong. Um,
Well, we
Back
thought
in the
that we
High
would.
Life again. I was gonna say High Life, but it's called officially. It's Back in the High Life again. But
Right.
really, the first verse is just ridiculously good. And
Exactly.
we'll get into that in a second. But man, yeah, that's just kind of what we were talking about. Sorry that it's dark and everything, folks. I don't have a
No, hey, don't worry,
light or
Jesse. You'll be
anything.
you'll be back in the light life again.
Exactly. Here before too long. I do have a fan over there, but it's not on because it's only like 57 degrees right now.
God dang. But
Here in
anyway,
the house.
so what we're here to talk about is like songs that have like a type of like hey,
Yeah, let's
like
get
we're
on.
breaking down songs and some songs that mean something to us and how they may
Mhm.
mean something to us. How they may maybe it's a song that you haven't really liked, but oh shit. When James and Jesse talked about it, I appreciate like, holy fuck, that guitar line was really awesome. Or
Yeah, well,
hey, because we're not
it's
gonna
just
break down who wrote it, who did that, but we'll talk about
blah blah blah. But it's just like just the other day, like we were talking about earlier. Like y'all know, mine and James episodes. We just sit down and we have conversations like normal human beings,
it. For
and
real.
we have some drinks, and cheers, James.
Hey, it's your show.
Uh, but we have some drinks, and we just BS and we get along. We talk about life
For
like
real.
it is,
Live.
and life, life
Live.
like it is. Sorry, my accent, I get it, but life like it is,
For
and
real. It wasn't
you
good.
know. Yeah, it's all good. It is all good. And then,
Relative.
here not too long ago, James, I sent you uh Steve Winwood back in the high life again.
That is true. because
I
I've
sent you
always
I
been a
sent you the first verse. That's all it
yep.
was the first verse. It's not even the chorus. It's the first verse.
It's a verse like it opens the song.
It does. And man, that first verse, I'll tell you what, as a
Tell us
music
about it, man, because it's good.
aficionado, can I say that about myself? A music
Well,
a music aficionado.
I would say you relatively have good choice. So yeah, I would say you're a music aficionado.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm not even sure what aficionado means, but
Hey, none of us are, but hey,
yeah.
you have been anointed aficionado de
Yeah.
musico.
Well, I sent that to you one day on a Snapchat, and I was like, man, you got to check these
For
dang
real.
lyrics out.
Because I've known the
And
song.
yeah, you knew the song, and you were like, man,
Yeah,
I didn't realize this first verse of this song
exactly. Because
was this badass. Um, and then, folks, if you just Google it, "Back in the High Life Again" by Steve Winwood. Excuse me.
well, here's
Um,
the thing though, because I always like I would hear the first part of the song and just be like, "Oh, back in the high life
you
again."
yeah, you were waiting for the chorus.
Exactly. So I never really gave the first. I didn't give it a chance.
Yeah,
Little did I know. Like I've been skipping on gold. I've been missing out on gold because that first verse, it's kind
it
of
was.
like really inspirational. Like it's kind of something that's motivational and kind of it speaks. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah,
speaks.
honestly, fudge, man. I had to pop my neck real quick. That was whew,
Yeah,
that's
because hey,
crazy.
you're back in the high life again.
Exactly. But James,
What's up,
it,
Jesse?
it used to seem to me that my life ran on too fast,
I've heard.
and I had to take it slowly
Why?
just to make the good times last.
Man, isn't that what it's about?
Right? But when you're born to run, it's so hard to just slow down.
Because if you're born to run, you can't slow down. That harbors your
Yeah,
creativity.
so don't be surprised to see me back in the bright side of town.
Oh, you coming back around?
Yeah,
Shit.
coming back around saying the full time. That's the full time. That's the first verse right there.
It sounds like you'll be back in the high life again. Oh
Hmm.
man. I mean, what a fuck. See, because I always undersold the first verse. Jesse, cheers to that.
Cheers, bud.
That is a damn good first verse. It's woo.
My man, we could take,
Why would you not want to get
we
out
could,
of the
we could
cage and
spend, we
run? You
can
know what I'm saying?
spend, we could spend hours on the first verse because it
And
goes
that's what
first
we're
verse,
talking about
chorus.
today on this. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, yeah. But we
But
could
no,
spend,
but
we
that's
could
for real,
spend.
man.
Yeah,
Like that's.
it's truly amazing.
But when you're born to run, when you're born to run, I mean, fucking, why not fly out the cage?
Yeah,
Sometimes the cage is good, safety.
like it says here, but when you're born to run,
You gotta get out
it's
the
so
cage
hard to just slow down.
for real. You got to because rewind that. It used
Yeah.
to be the life went on so fast, you know. So,
Yeah.
oh man, and you have to slow it down to make the good things last. But you can't slow
Mhm.
down if you're born to run. It's so God, what a great. I mean,
Yeah, I
we're talking
mean,
about the first
what
like
a
six
great,
lines.
what a great, like we're talking about one, two, three. Really, technically, if you want to break it down in full sentences, is probably four lines.
For real, and it is so
And
good.
So great.
dude.
And we'll go over it again, like real quick. It just says,
Wait, hey, I'll dip out, ladies and gentlemen. Jesse, reading the lyrics and pay attention because these is good shit. And just hey, interpret it how you need to feel it because
yeah.
man, there's a
And
lot of feeling in these.
I think a lot of people can feel this like deep down in their soul because just here not too long ago, I really started to feel it in my soul, and it's just
For
because
real.
I started reconnecting with Steve Winwood, and then one day I was like, James,
What?
here's these lyrics from Steve Winwood
Yeah, because
back
I've
in
heard
the
the song a
highlight,
million
and
times.
James like, oh hell yeah, I know that song,
But did
and
I?
but
No, I did not.
and well, I sent him the first verse, and this is the first verse.
Best.
It's not even the chorus.
Right.
All it says is, and excuse me if I don't read it correctly or read it good enough or anything like that, but it used to seem to me that life ran on too fast, and I had to take it slowly just to make the good times or the good parts last. But when you're born to run, it's so hard to just slow down. So don't be surprised to see me back in that bright part of town. And then,
Keep reading it. Keep
I'll be
reading it.
back in
Keep
the high
reading it.
life again. So, I mean, man,
Hey, you gotta keep reading the chorus.
this could be like a dang near 7-part episode because
Keep reading the chorus, man. I'll be
oh,
back in the
the
high life
chorus.
again.
Yeah. Well, after that, it says, "I'll be back in the high life again. All the doors I closed, not that were closed.
Man, for
All the
real.
doors I closed
Accountability.
one time will open up again.
Boom! Because I overcame. You overcome your
I'll be back
goals.
in the high life again. All the eyes that watched me once
Woo!
smile and take me in."
Woo! Dude, I'm telling you, you close. You know, people close their own doors, but you accomplishing goals.
You talk about a clutch fucking song, dude.
I'm telling you,
I
how
didn't even
how
realize
great is
it.
that? How absolutely great is that song?
Man, that's the
All
that's
the
the
doors
first
that I
verse.
close, because we all, we all close
Yeah,
our own, like it's a self-esteem thing that we everybody has it, you know. But
but
then
that's
all
taking
the ones you
accountability.
did that to, all of a sudden
Yeah.
are open up again. You did it. You overcame the goal, you know?
But you know what? One of the main lines in that fucking song, bro, that chorus was all the doors that I once closed.
Yeah.
It's on
People
me.
do it
And
to
dude,
themselves.
I've closed so many doors. I've closed so many doors. It's ridiculous. Like it's hard to build a bridge back that you've burned yourself. It
Yeah.
really is. But you truly learn that you can build a bridge and get over it. Because even if you burn that bridge, you can build a bridge and get over it.
That's true.
All
Every
all you
burned
gotta
bridge
do.
has been reconstructed.
Yeah, and that's one of the things like, like kicking out at two and stuff like that. Like all you really
Preach.
gotta yeah,
Preach.
all you really gotta do, because man, I'm not gonna say I haven't burned bridges in my life because I've burned plenty.
Kick out of your
Uh,
own mind, all the doors that you closed are opened up again. I
Yeah.
think a lot of it is we take pinfalls, and close doors. And hey, man, I
Well,
think a lot of it is just kick out of two of your own shit. It's not the outside
well,
forces. Maybe sometimes it's your own forces.
it's easy to say a lot of times. Like you go like, oh well, I've burned a lot of bridges, but who hasn't?
Yeah, yeah, that's
And then you like, but I think it's good to get over burnt bridges.
100%.
Well, everybody's burnt some bridges, no doubt. But like for me,
Heard that.
I'll definitely take accountability for the bridges that I've burnt.
Oh, all the
And
doors that you closed?
yes, and I'll guess what?
What? You
I'll be
open
back
the
on the bright
bucket.
side of town.
Ah,
So all the bridges that I've burnt, there's been very few that I haven't built a bridge. Because everybody knows when you've burnt a bridge, how difficult it is to get over it.
well, it's a pride thing, depending on the situation. Like, if
Yeah,
people have a legitimate reason to burn
yeah,
bridges, we're not talking about that. But we're talking about
no,
like a lot,
no,
the little
yeah.
bitty, what seems crazy, but at the moment is really insignificant, or maybe petty or whatever. In the long run,
Well,
obviously, at the time, there's bullshit because bullshit cannot go unattended.
mhm,
Bullshit needs to be called out at every turn. I will say
mhm.
that.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
When I was a lot younger, I burned a lot of bridges. And I never thought that I would build those bridges back because I
Right.
burned them so bad. Like I burned them so bad, like they were already past the water, bro. Like they were burnt past the water onto the land, everything. Like
I heard that
there
love
was there
can
was
build a
no
bridge.
there was no structure to even have on the bridge to
I
even build a
heard
bridge.
I heard love can build a bridge.
Well, that
Oh wait,
can
we're talking about a
actually.
different song. We're talking about a different song.
No, well, that's another way, but that's definitely a thing that can build a bridge.
That's
Love,
true.
yeah.
Love.
Yeah, definitely can. The Judds are on another episode.
Boom.
Uh,
Spoiler, or that's a teaser.
yeah, a teaser coming up.
The
The
Judds.
Judds.
Love can build a bridge.
But
Can't wait to
yeah,
hear me and Jesse talk about that one.
oh Lord. Well, yeah, but
But back to the lecture at hand.
that's another song.
No, no, we're
The
back.
lecture at hand. That's a rap song we'll get into
You want to talk about the
on
high
another
life?
on another time.
You want to
Yeah,
talk
on
about the high
another.
life?
Yeah, but I'll tell you.
We didn't
Uh,
even talk about the second verse. We're already off track.
well, no, I'm not even talking about the second verse. I'm just saying I didn't realize that even though I burned the bridge so bad, like
Mm.
not even 14 days ago, not even that long, I talked to a guy that I worked for in from 2005 to 2006, and he was very good to me. And man, I burned that bridge like it was fucking on. I mean, it was
I
just
goes
on.
a Georgia sun in July.
Yeah, I mean, it was that bridge was hotter than all get out. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
hotter than Hades.
And it 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 really got to me
Yeah,
all these years. And I ran into him at a bar here in
nice.
Canadian, and it wasn't at the Goat or the Carriage
No names are
Thing.
needed. This is worldwide, Jesse. No,
Well, I don't give a shit. It's getting recognition in
I'm
Canada.
here for the story. But yeah,
But no, I ran into him, and we actually had about a 25 to 30 minute moment where we talked at the bar, and I told him, "Man, you were always a really good fella to me." And which this is my boss, this is the owner of the company, and everything. I
yeah.
said, "Man, you're a really good fella to me, and I'm sorry that I let you down. I'm sorry that I burned that bridge." I really am because
Yeah.
here I am with you now, and I think you're a good person. And that's all he wanted to hear. And honestly, he told me in rebuttal, he said, Jesse, I knew you were going through some things back then. Like I don't know what you were going through, blah blah blah. But I never thought less of you. I never thought anything else. But man, guys got back then. I don't. You're a math person.
Well, and like the yeah, and the taking a chance, like, hey, I know there's some
Yeah.
things, but you know, I'm gonna give this guy. I know he when he does what he does, it's of good quality, so I'm gonna hire him. If he flakes out and
Absolutely.
if he like quits in like 2 months, it is what it is. But we're gonna
No,
get
I'd
two
already
great
been I'd
months.
already been working for the guy for
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't saying you quit in 2 months. I was just like, you
yeah.
know, like,
No, this
hey,
guy
we're
this
gonna
guy
we're gonna
kept
take a chance on this dude because he's good. He's good.
I'll tell you how badass this guy was.
Oh,
This guy kept me around when I got a D wobbly and get this, it
yeah.
didn't come out in the report. And I don't care if anybody knows this
I was
because
about to say,
nobody
do
can.
you want this on the episode? Because I can clip this.
No, I
All
want
right,
this on
good.
the episode.
We're rolling.
No,
Yeah,
he kept me when I got a D wobbly, and this didn't come out in the blotter at the time because there was still a paper. I got caught with weed. So, but that didn't come out. And back then, in almost '06,
yeah.
that's a big deal.
Oh,
Back
that
then.
was a no go. That was a like no
Yeah,
tolerance type shit.
So I went to him before. I was like, we'll call him uh John. I was like, hey John, before anybody hears about it, I got arrested because it was over the weekend.
Yeah.
Like I got arrested for DWI. I'm gonna plead out of it, hopefully, which luckily I did. But kind of in a way, what I pleaded to the county attorney, uh, fuck, f me in the A, but when then I was like, but also they busted me with weed.
Man.
Yeah, what a terrible, terrible person. you know. So,
I hear you.
but no, and you know what he did? He
Ooh.
said, he said, Jesse, he said, I appreciate you coming to me as a man, as a person,
Yeah.
and just being truthful.
Right.
And I got over that bridge. And then later, I actually just quit. It was later on. Yeah, I just straight up quit.
You just quit that bridge.
Yeah, no, no fucking 2 week notice, no nothing. I just
Yeah.
straight up quit. I just straight up quit, cousin. And looking back, man, make you feel terrible. You know,
Lying.
it really does. Makes me feel terrible. But then, you know, I just like I said, I ran into him about not even 14 days ago at a bar here, and that guy told me, he's like, all I've ever wanted for you is the best.
That's what's
You
up.
were true, you know, like you were truthful with me. He's like, Jesse, yeah, I was mad you never gave me a 2 weeks notice and stuff like that. And he's like, over the years, I've just learned to forget about it. And that shit can't, why does that need to keep me mad?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
100%.
why does that need to keep, why does it, he told me, he said, why does that need to keep me sour?
For real.
And
What does it do to keep himself?
that's kind of one of those things like we're talking about with Steve Winwood right here with this first verse. Is
Mm-hmm.
well, why 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 do we need to stay sour about so much in
Yeah.
life?
Don't harbor it.
What does it do? What's the good for it? What was it? What does it do good for you?
You know what
Nothing.
people say? When people say that people harbor on bad thoughts, it like it's a crippling depression and it brings them down like over time and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
if you hang on, like if one little thing ticks you off, and then you hang on to that for a little bit and a little bit and a little bit and a little bit, that really adds up. It's like a splinter,
Hmm.
you know. It's like a splinter that keeps on digging in your skin. Like you
You
gotta
know
take
when
care
you
of that
say,
splinter. You
you know,
got to.
some people say like, oh man, it's that dang splinter in my side.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you know what?
Because if look,
That splinter in your side
yeah,
will grow and grow and grow into something that
exactly. Obviously, not
it could
every
kill you.
splinter is a splinter, but like Jesse's saying, if there is something that's splinter quote enough that it's gonna grow and it's gonna dig and it's gonna grow, you have to get it at the source. You have to take
Yeah,
care of it
you gotta pull it out. You gotta
for real.
get rid of it.
Exactly.
You gotta talk about it. You
There's
gotta
gonna be some nicks and cuts. That's life. But if there's a splinter, you gotta nip it at the source, or else it's gonna dig and dig and dig, and then get an infection. Bam.
mhm. And
Yeah.
you know another thing, James, I want to get at.
Get at it.
You know, I know a lot of folks struggle with mental health, and I don't know if a lot of people know this about me, but I'll talk all day about mental health. I will because I struggle with mental health problems, and my mental health problems is I have a panic disorder. So occasionally I do have to take medication to control a panic attack, or you know, like they call it it's a disorder, but that's what I've been diagnosed with because I went
Yeah.
to, I mean, and I'll tell people anytime, and even on this episode, I went to a psychiatrist. I did. I went for a year and a half, and Joe Marie, she was something special. She was
Shout
an
out.
old lady that was, but I'll tell you this, just short story long. Uh, don't be afraid to talk about it or to let it out, but you know, don't let it build up and then
Hey man, you
you know,
said long story short, but you should short story long that. Like, you know, because
yeah, well, you know,
it's a
like
little bit
what
of vulnerability in that, and but it's like
it's a
you know,
well,
it's a
that's
needed
the
thing. Like people don't. It's a lot of pride and all that stuff, and people
you know,
think they're just being vulnerable or something like that. But man, like it's a real ass deal. Like
it is, man,
life is a
and
lot better with you in it than with you, you know, with you not in
yeah,
it.
please, that's the one thing
Like
because
just put your pride
James
aside. Put
James
the pride
like
aside and get help. You know, like we're here for you.
James,
We're always gonna we're your friends. We got your back. You know,
yeah,
don't you're not a
and
disappointment to none of us if you get help. You're not. We would encourage that you get help. Like, please.
Yes,
You know,
please.
you're not gonna disappoint nobody if you get help. We're in the
Yes,
day and
please.
age, like 2024, we're in the day and age where we want people to get help. So if you need the help,
And I
please
don't
get it.
know, I don't know if people know this, but James and I have had multiple, multiple friends commit suicide. We've had friends that have been murdered over drug issues,
Yep.
and they're not just associates, they're best friends. Like,
Life is better with you in it.
yes.
Always.
So
Always,
always
always,
please
always.
do that. So that's why, like, when I say mental health, I'm always glad to talk about mental health.
Yeah. That's real
I
shit,
know
man.
it is, it makes you feel very vulnerable. It does. It makes me feel vulnerable. Like, it shows the human side of you.
Yeah.
And,
Cause you well, here's the thing, Jesse.
you know,
You
you
gotta think
give,
like you're
you
exposing.
put yourself out there.
Man, well, yeah, and some people would think
So,
that that's like, oh, I'm putting myself out there, so I need to cower away. No, no, no,
no,
no. You're putting
I'm
yourself
just,
out there, so please be a pedestal. Please be a
yeah,
pedestal for people that don't put themselves out there.
yeah.
Like, that's
Well,
what
I
it's,
want to
I'm not gonna,
be,
you know, I'm not
well,
confident enough to like step up, but other people that do, like other people need that.
yeah, well, I'm, I'm just saying, like, I've learned over the years that, because it's been some years that I've dealt with this. It's not like just over the night, shit like that. You know, like
Yeah, yeah.
it's been some years and stuff like that. But um, that's why I urge people, like, even if you don't feel comfortable going like public style with it, hey, I'm here to contact. James is here to contact. I know people that I can contact if you don't feel comfortable with me. Um, there's
Yeah, I know
ways
some
because
life coaches.
main thing, main thing, and I'll share all day about what I've gone through and what I'll still go through and things like that. But at the end of the day, I want you with us. I don't want to see you go.
For real.
I
Like,
don't want to.
hey, if I'm gonna climb up the mountain, if any of us, you know, like if all
Yeah,
of us are climbing up the mountain, we're gonna turn right back around, put that hand out, and bring you up with us. And we can't
yeah.
bring you up with us
We're all
unless you
attached.
ain't here.
We're
Like,
all attached to the rope, man. We're all
exactly.
attached.
Like,
We're
let's
all
go.
attached to the rope.
How high can we go? How
Yeah,
high can we? There's no we if you're not here with us. How high can
yeah.
we go? I don't give a fuck about me. I've never given a fuck about me. How high can
No, I don't.
we go?
That's why the mentality of the men on the rope,
Yep.
not a person on that rope is saying, "Man, I got to make it to the top of the mountain." Every person on that rope is saying, "I want everybody else
We're
behind
about to
me
make
or
it to the top
everybody
of
else
that
before
mountain.
me." Yeah, I want everybody else behind me or before me to make it to the top of the mountain. That's what we're all there for. We're there for that Kodak moment, baby.
For real, all of us,
We're
all
there
of
for
us.
that. Yeah,
Imagine
bro.
taking a group picture on the top of Mount Everest.
Yeah.
Imagine fucking us. Look at us. We get to. The funny thing is, like, there's no joy in being the only motherfucker on top because you look around, you got no friends. But imagine all of us as a group. Look at us. Look at us.
Yeah,
Look
fucking
at
look
us.
at us,
But
bro.
fucking look at
Look
us,
at
huh?
us. And the other thing is,
I guarantee you'd smile way more if you had a group of friends.
we're not just making it to Mount Everest. We're not making it to the top of, like, everybody thinks, like, some people would think like, oh, it's just Mount Everest, like we're actually climbing a mountain. Like, no, motherfucker, like, I want to take you with me. when I um when I fucking
And after
when I
Mount
finished this
Everest,
when I finished this book called
for
Earth
real,
Sciences.
after
When I
Mount
finished this
Everest,
book
Jesse,
of
you're gonna
Earth
look up
Sciences,
ahead. After Mount Everest, you're gonna look up into the sky and be like, "Hey, let's go there. Let's go there as friends." Like, why not keep reaching?
dude, um, I want
I'm down.
everybody.
I'm down for all of my. I don't give a fuck about
Yeah,
me having a good time. I want my motherfucking friends to have a good time with me. Let's ball.
that's
Let's
one of the
ball, bro. You
biggest.
can't throw a party with one. Let's ball,
No,
son.
you can't have a party. You
For
can't have
real.
a party. But
You
that's
can't
one
have
of
a
the
party with
biggest
one
things.
person. Let's fucking ball out.
That's one of the biggest things alive, and it's probably one of the most relatable things in life. Is and it's just an analogy. You're climbing Mount Everest, and you got 18 people attached to a rope, and you're in the front, and everybody's like, "Man, this fucking guy wants everybody like he wants to reach the top of Mount Everest so bad." But everybody behind him doesn't realize all that guy in the front wants is every person behind
If
him.
yeah,
He wants everybody behind him to reach the top of Mount Everest and have that
whoever makes it to the top,
and
let's
have
bring
that
every
Kodak
son of a
moment.
bitch up there with us. You know.
And
I'm
he
not
wants
saying I'm
that
gonna reach the top. I'm not saying you're gonna reach the top. I'm not. Hey, but
he
if
wants
one of us
he wants
reaches it, let's
everybody
go. Let's
yeah,
go.
he wants everybody behind him to have that Kodak
Look at
moment,
this.
dude.
Look at this fucking view.
Yeah.
Look at this. Hey, if you
He's
ever
like,
thought you couldn't make it,
I'll freeze my fucking fingers off to take a picture of y'all
dude? I will look at
on this
every
mountain.
motherfucker in their eyes and be like, "Did you ever think you'd make it? You never thought you'd make it, but guess what? We fucking did it. You're here.
Yeah.
You're
And
here.
that
Look.
and
Take a look.
that
Take a look.
rope,
Take a look at how fucking beautiful this is. You
yeah,
made this. You made this. When you fucking thought you couldn't, when you're crying yourself to sleep at night, when life was just too fucking terrible, guess what? You made this. Look at this fucking view. You did it. You
yeah,
did it. You did it. We did it. Hey, enjoy it, baby. That's what real motherfuckers do. You're
you
a
know,
champion today. So
and
you
the main
fucking did it.
thing,
You fucking did it. You thought you couldn't? You did. I
yeah.
mean, there ain't nothing better in life than eclipsing that fucking mountain, you know?
Well, and the main thing is the
I
point
suppose.
is with that analogy, that rope is life.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always someone at the very, there's always someone up front.
I can't
There's
do
always
this. I
someone in,
suck. I can't do this. I suck. I suck. I can't do this.
yeah. Well, there's always someone in the back, and there's always someone in the front. And there's people in the middle,
Yeah.
and what it really gets to is the person in the front willing to have the same mentality as the person at the very back? That's
That's
the
life.
key. That's the key right there.
Yeah.
That's the key to a good life. And if the person in the front is willing to have the same mentality as the person at the back, because they all want the same thing.
Man, yeah, yeah,
It's
they
it, it's
yeah,
not it's not like, okay, the person at the back, and I really want to get up there and move through these people and move through this. And I say
yeah.
people, but it's really stepping stones. You know what I'm saying? Like the rope is the
Well, it's
what I'm
also a
talking about is life.
guardianship. I think of it as a guardianship. If you're at the back,
Cool.
you're the last line of defense. So yeah, whoever's leading it, they get to go up first, and whoever's following them get to go up first. But here's the thing: like, let's say you're halfway through this conga line of people, and a lion comes up and attacks people. So you're just
Hmm.
gonna be comfortable with the back half of it just getting wiped out. No,
No,
the
no.
last
See,
person is also a protector. Like the last person, like make sure
the
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 job
the
gets
last
done.
person,
They make
the
sure the
last
good job
person.
gets done.
If you think about it, in that long line, and just say 18 people.
Mm-hmm.
That long line, just say wherever you're at. You could be on a desert or on a mountain, whatever.
Yeah.
That last
You
person
need that last
is actually
motherfucker
the
to make
first
sure the
person.
job's done.
The last person is actually the first person.
That's very true.
Like so if something's coming up behind you, that last person is the first person. So
Bam.
then,
And then you
therefore,
got
the
to make
road
sure
the
that
road
those
flip
people,
flops.
yeah,
So then,
exactly. Then you got to
therefore,
make sure the people by him,
yeah,
that's what I was saying. Like they're the last line of defense. If something attacks,
yeah. And so it's
you got to
a
bell curve it. The
it's
bell
an it's
curve.
an well, it's no bell curve, man.
No, you got to
It's
put certain people in the middle.
well, no, it's learning who is willing to give
Bam. That's actually a
what.
very good statement.
It's learning to give what or anything to anybody else.
That's true.
And sometimes that means giving up life,
And limb,
feelings, yeah, life and limb, feelings, anything. And sometimes feelings is the worst things to give up.
right?
So to some, I mean, to some, like it really is because it's hard, man. Like,
See? Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard things to do.
Dude, we're
It,
still talking about fucking back in the high life. We haven't even
I'm
talked
telling
about the
you,
third
like,
verse.
it's the first
This is the
freaking verse,
see.
bro.
This is why, ladies and gentlemen, James and Jesse episode about Varsity Blues would be a fucking 10-part miniseries, and this is why because
I
we've
think
been
it'd be
talking
like a
about back in the high
37.
life, and we haven't even talked about all of back in the high life. You
Yeah,
know,
I think like Varsity Blues would be like a 37-part miniseries for
dude, we gotta get
the
we gotta
first
get
half.
back in the high life again. Oh, what was that, Jesse?
I said, one of the things that I truly feel very passionate about, well, I guess let me rephrase that. Passionate about. I guess I have to enunciate. Sometimes I catch myself not enunciating certain words and stuff like that. But enunciation. Um, one of the things I do feel very strongly about, and I hope more people will truly feel more passionate and strongly about, is mental health.
Yeah,
Mental health, and I'm not saying, sorry, excuse me, y'all. Um, I know women tend to talk more to each other than men do, but man, men, we need to speak up. We really do. Because well, not just I, but James and I and multiple of our friends have lost very good friends, and they weren't just associations.
yeah,
They were they were best friends. You know, we've lost them to hangings, to shootings, to overdoses, to murders, to I mean, my goodness, the list goes on.
yeah, yeah.
And
That
I feel strongly about that, and I just want to say, like, I mean, my goodness, like, it's okay. It is okay. Like, I know we're not supposed to be big old whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it. I'm not gonna say a word.
Well, but that's the biggest
You
point
know,
about it. Is it is all it's
it
okay. It's all
well,
right.
it is. It is. It's okay. It's
Yeah, reach
okay
out. If you
because
feel like, oh,
you're not weak.
boom,
You're
exactly. Yeah.
you're not weak. You're
Yeah,
not
you're not
silly.
cowering down. In
Man,
fact, you're not
there's
cowering
days
down.
that
You're
I have.
you're going upward.
Sorry. Yeah, I was like, there's days that, man, I had to put my dog down less than a year ago, and I got his blanket over there that he used to lay on. And just last night, man, I woke up and I had a dream about him, and I was like, man, I miss Tootie. And you know what? I shed a few tears,
Hey,
and then I went back to sleep, and guess what? I had one of the best dreams I ever had in a long time about Toot, man.
hey,
But but I know that's not. But yeah, it's okay. It's all right. But like, also, it's all right to be strong. It's all right to be.
rugged.
Yeah, it's okay. Because
It is.
I
Hey,
mean,
that's
I'm
another
on the
thing that.
same. I got
Yeah,
both sides, dude. Like, I love to be rugged, and
yeah.
I got a weak side, dude. Like, I
Hey,
can't help that weak side.
you know what, Jesse? That's another thing we haven't talked about is the rugged side. We've talked about the but hey, there is nothing wrong to being a little stubborn, a little rugged, and all that. Like, there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with doing that. But man,
No,
like power. But as long as you power through, obviously, like
yeah.
don't sit
Well,
in don't
that's
sit
the
in
other
depression.
thing.
But if you're rugged and don't want no help and you power the fuck through, then by all means, you do you. But if you're like stubborn and rugged and all that stuff, hey, always know that whether you don't want to get a little soft, whatever. But we're here for you. So if you want to stay that rugged person, we're here for you.
Yeah,
And you like join channel us to power through. We're still here for the motherfuckers that everybody. It's
yeah,
your show. Like it's your
yeah.
shit.
It's y'all show. Like,
Like I support rugged
I'm
motherfuckers.
lucky.
I support the soft people thinking, "What am I doing?" I support like we're here and we're having fun. Jesse, do you have only one type of friend, or do you have multiple types of friends?
James, I have multiple types of friends, and
Well,
I'll tell you, and I'll also tell you this about myself, buddy.
go
Um,
for it.
and you know this about me. Um, I'm on both sides of the spectrum, bro, because um, sitting around a campfire out in isolation in the wilderness, chopping my own firewood, making things happen, catching fish, doing things like, I mean, just, I'm not going to get into too much detail, but
Yeah.
the rugged side of me, I have that rugged side. I do. I have that. Um, that's the side that I love. But
I
also,
can't
I've also
confirm.
learned to
I can't
embrace,
confirm that you like all that stuff. Like as your friend, I can also confirm that
yeah.
that yeah.
Well, I also can say that I love the weak side of me.
Yeah,
Because
caring and
that's a hard thing to admit, especially I've never admitted that other than to my mom. And just now that's a breaking thing right now.
boom.
Yeah. I've never admitted to anybody else that, hey, I've embraced the weak side that sometimes has a breakdown and sometimes can't cope with shit and I need some help and sometimes I have to take some medication. and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like, I'm not saying medication is the key. I think trying to cope with stuff and stuff like that is better than just straight taking medication. So I think you should try to deal with it before you take medication, but I've
Yeah,
tried to do
well, yeah,
that.
every case is
But sometimes,
obviously
yeah,
different.
well, sometimes
Yeah,
people will need medication.
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
okay. And that's okay.
Everything's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's okay. I figured out that hey, every now and then I need some medication. And that's okay. And I've learned to deal with that. I've embraced that side of it. And so that rugged side of me, because there's a very rugged side of me, and there's a very vulnerable side of me. So it's been a very hard road over the past probably, I would say, dang near, gosh, 17, 18 years, if not maybe 20 years, um, that I've just now learned to really deal with letting that vulnerable side
Yeah.
be a part of me and letting that vulnerable side be shown to other people and talking about mental health. Like, that's another thing with like men, like we were talking about, like
Boy, man, I
mental
could go
health.
off because here's the thing. Go ahead, go ahead. I don't
Well,
mean to
I was
interrupt,
saying like mental health with men.
but I could
It's
absolutely go
not
off on
really.
this subject.
Oh well, I'm not trying to go off on the
No, no,
subject, but
no. Like positively. I could because
mm,
I've never been the
well, I'm saying I'm positively about it. Like
yeah.
I'm glad I did,
But
and
it needs
now
there
I will
needs to
fully.
be wow, we ain't here to talk about this, I guess. But man, there needs to be a fucking like and it's the same thing that you're talking about. Like the uh
We can go back.
the comfort of saying it. Like
It's
because
hard. It's hard.
there's a lot of people that need this, man. There's a
Yeah,
lot of people. And
there are, dude,
I'm tired of going to
and
funerals of
it's
people
not.
that thought that they were scared to go to you know, whatever
Yep.
help what I'm not this I can delete this. Man,
No, you don't. You don't need to delete anything, dude.
but I'm just I hope I'm not going to say I'm tired of going. I don't want to go to another funeral where I
Well,
hope
that's
that one of my people who are struggling get the help that they deserve. I'll word it that way.
and when all they had to do.
I would rather not. I hope that everybody that needs the help gets the help. And it's gonna be here's the thing. People that need the help, you're gonna have to be vulnerable. You're gonna have to be vulnerable and you're gonna have to accept the help. You're not as tough as you think you are if you're looking for that help.
Mhm,
Not saying you're not, the best. I'm just saying you have to accept the fact that you're getting the help. That's a that's a big part of it.
mhm.
You're vulnerable. Accept the help. And then put the pride
Dude,
aside and fucking accept the help. And then after that,
dude,
everything is gonna be smooth sailing. Because once you accept the help, you're gonna know, holy shit, I'm so much better than this. And that's what's gonna build you up, and you're gonna break through every fucking cage and all that stuff. We're talking about the song still. That's what
yeah,
it is. You
dude. I
just
mean,
have to
we're still,
accept the fact that you gotta be vulnerable once, and then you'll fucking fly. But
dude.
you
And then
gotta
you're
bury
back.
that
Then
pride.
you're back in the bright side of town.
Exactly. You gotta bury that pride one time. You gotta swallow pride. Who cares? Yeah, swallow your pride.
You know how
Oh,
hard,
I'm not as
dude, James.
badass as I thought I was. Wah wah wah. Who gives a
No,
fuck?
let me be the first to tell you, bro. It is it is very hard,
It's humbling.
and well, it's very humbling, but it's
You know the
very
easiest way to
the
do it?
main the
Move all the
main
way to the
thing
coast by yourself.
the main thing is You put
Positive.
yourself
The
out
main thing
there.
is remaining positive.
Well, they're like, oh man, I want this to be so good,
It's not.
and I
It's
want
never
this to
going to be.
turn. And they're like, man, if I just do this one thing, it's gonna be so good for me.
It is not.
'Cause I know it's gonna help me in my heart and my head, main thing my head. And they're like, but I'm gonna be so vulnerable. And I'll tell you, dude, it's hard to humble yourself enough to,
Move to Florida by yourself. It is
yeah,
not to talk shit, but sometimes taking those jobs like it's humbling because it knocks you absolutely the fuck down. But it gives you the opportunity to climb right the fuck back up. And I'm not saying I got knocked down, but it gives you it's a refresh. It's like a refresh on the computer. You know? It doesn't knock you all the way down, but it gives you a little refresh.
yeah. And that's, you know, like,
That's what it's about.
it's very hard to make yourself so vulnerable. And then when you make yourself vulnerable, because like I said earlier, I can be the hardest of the hard dudes out there in the woods or in life. I
Yeah,
can, that's me. But it took me a long time. Took me a long time
yeah. To
to
grow.
be to get out there and say, you know what? There's something wrong and I don't know what it is. I want to ask for help.
Right?
And my mom, she came and she said, there's something wrong with you. What is it? I've noticed it.
For real.
What is it? And I was like, that's when I just broke down. I was like, I don't know. You know, I don't know what the fuck it is. I
But
don't
how
know.
the fuck were they but how were they gonna believe you? You know,
Yeah,
you had to
well,
yeah,
yeah,
you did what you had to do.
yeah. Well, I was hard as fuck, and if it wasn't for my mom coming to me, I wasn't gonna let that vulnerable side out.
Well, cause they wouldn't have believed you. How would they
Yeah.
have?
And then I let that
Exactly.
vulnerable side out, and then I
And then
went
if
and
you
talked to my doctor with my mom. I
Yep.
mean, I was like
Shit, we're still
23.
recording,
I
I
was
think.
like 23 years old, dude.
Right?
And yeah, that's how little that panic disorder made me feel. I felt like I was an infant. That's how scared it made me feel. And it took my mom to come and be like, I know something's not right.
Yeah.
What is wrong? And sure enough, she came and did that, and here we are. And I just turned 40 this summer.
Here we are.
And if it
You're
wasn't for
back in the high life again.
if it wasn't for my mom checking my ass, you know, if it wasn't for my mom checking my ego, stuff like that, checking my
Right?
pride. Yeah, she checked my ego.
For
She's like,
real.
you gotta check your pride. You gotta check your pride, bud. You gotta
For
check your
real.
ego.
That's what the fuck that song is all about too.
Yeah,
Like checking the
it
pride
straight up is.
and then
It's
still
straight
being
up.
there. Like
Hmm.
it checks the pride and it's still there. You know?
Yeah, that song's amazing, dude. Like, I mean, I can't believe we're still talking about the very first version.
I am flabbergasted that we're still talking about it.
Yeah,
But
like
no, hey
everything that
man,
we
but
talk
what
about,
we are talking about is real shit and it's making real sense. So why
it
not keep
is.
talking about it?
It is. It is. But I guess I'll end it at this,
Yeah.
with myself, because, you know, I guess
No, hey,
I can
we're
talk too
golden.
long. I've probably talked too long about myself for everybody out there, but, um, I'll tell you this, like, it took a long time for me to really open myself up about
Oh,
being vulnerable and things like that. And
yeah.
now, like, I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, I'll anybody ask me anything about mental health, like, yeah, dude, I got a fucking panic disorder. Uh, I don't care what you want to talk about. Like, you got depression, you got,
It's you.
uh, I mean, any kind of mental thing. I'm not going to
Like
sit here and
you're
try to
there.
be,
You're there for
yeah,
them.
I'm not going to try to be an expert and call out all these things, but yeah, I'm there. I'm there to listen. Did you know that? It comes along with OCD and shit. Like, it all comes along. It all
For
comes
real.
along, and when you make yourself, when you put yourself out there, and you realize how vulnerable you are, but at the same time, you realize how strong you are.
For
And it's
real.
the same
Yeah,
with it's the
exactly.
same, but it's the same with the females too, because
Yeah.
females are super strong. 'Cause, like my mom, she raised 4 kids.
Yeah.
Or yeah, my dad was there,
Well, and you know that, like, you know,
but
yeah, the amount of shit that females in our lives had to go through. I'm not gonna get into any of that, obviously, but I mean, let's
yeah,
be real. The amount of, yeah,
they got to go through a lot.
boy, well, they went through a lot,
Hmm.
and because with pre 2024 eyes, obviously, our moms went through, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get into any of that,
yeah.
but hey,
Well, we'll leave it
yeah.
like it is.
Yeah, exactly.
What
But
I'm
but the
saying is,
fact that they
well, what
like
I'm saying is,
yeah.
don't let my conversation think that I wasn't talking about just males,
No, I'm just
but
saying like
definitely females. Same thing, because being a female is rough. Is they deal with way different issues than we ever deal with.
true.
So, um, if they ever need a head to bounce things off of, I'm a very
Man,
good
could you
listener.
could you imagine them running out of the cage and all that stuff? Oh boy, clipping that.
Yeah,
Could you
but
imagine them
no,
like
there.
flying high and all that stuff?
Yeah, well, I'm a very good listener, and all I do is listen, and then um, I hit you back with a simple answer. And I think a lot of times, even with guys, like guys, females, whatever, like a lot of times, I just want somebody to listen. It's
Yeah,
like that's why sometimes I think I get along, and well, I get along with homeless people very well because all they really want is someone to listen to them, or they want someone to talk to them, if that makes sense.
yeah.
Because nobody's ever really sat and listened to them. So it's like most people like
Are we
run up
getting
and go.
done?
Most people run up and throw a homeless person $2 or $3 or 20 or whatever. I'll go up and yeah, I'll give them $5, but I'll sit and talk to them. And how long has it been since they talked to somebody? You know, like you want to talk about mental health,
Yeah.
male or female, in the homeless world. That's a big thing, bro. Good.
Well, hey, that's exactly what it's all about. Because sometimes, we all need to be in the high life again, and we are in the high life again.
Man,
And
yeah,
man, the greatest thing about this and exploring that song is because the main thing it talks about is being in the fucking high life again. And I hope and I pray and why not? Let's see if anybody can be the high life again. Let's make sure that our homies are up there in the high life again. It's not only upon us to have a good life, it's upon everybody else to have a good life. Because if our good life is the only one having a good life, then you're going to be annoyed by everybody else. So make sure everybody else has a good time too. That's what it's about. And obviously, kick it out to Jesse. Jesse, got anything, else?
I just kind of want to reiterate the first verse that we talked about, and
Read it. Hey, read it.
maybe a little bit of the chorus.
Yeah.
And this is I think, one of the best lines of this entire song. The very first line of the song, very first verse says, "It used to seem to me that life ran on too fast, and I had to take it slowly just to make the good parts last. But when you're born to run, it's so hard to just slow down. So don't be surprised to see me back in that bright part of town." That's the first verse of that
It
song.
really is, man. And
I mean, I think that kind of culminates what we've been talking about. You know, you think you got to run too fast just to make things slow down. It's
yeah.
like when you get older, when you're young, you're like, man, I wish things could freaking speed up. And then when you get older, you're like, man, I wish things could slow down. And then you can't find a happy medium.
Yeah. And when you
You
when you
know, like
think
you can't find that happy medium. And then if you think about it, like what he says when you're born to run, it just seems like you're born to run, and and it's way too hard to slow down because that's like you're going fast years, you're going fast.
oh
So
yeah.
it's kind of when you get a little crazy, and sometimes in your older age, like, we get a little crazy, but
Hmm.
and then he says, you know, so don't be surprised to see me back in that bright side of town or bright part of town, whatever.
Cause I'll be
It's
back
dope.
in the high life again.
And then all the doors this is key.
For
This
real.
is key.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
the
I
doors.
told you this earlier. It's real shit.
Yeah, this is the thing. What we're talking about and everything. This is the thing. All I'll be back in the high life again.
Out.
All the
The
doors
doors
I, all the doors
I am closed will open up again.
all the
It's the
doors I
shit.
closed.
It
Well,
is the
this
shit.
is
We're still
this
recording,
is
by the way. It is the
this is
shit.
yeah. Well, this is another key phrase. I think the whole thing is a key phrase.
This is the best
All the
song. We're
doors,
still talking about it.
all the doors I closed one time
Right?
will open up again.
We're still talking about this.
And I'll be back in the high life again.
Oh.
All the eyes that watched me once will smile and take me in.
Oh.
So that's that thing about, you know, even though you burn the bridge, you
All
know
the
what?
eyes that watched me once will take me in.
Even though I closed that door and I
Even though
burned that
they were
bridge.
the eyes watching, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's the thing. Like I burned the bridge. I
Yep.
closed the door. But guess what? I can build a bridge and get over it.
Right?
And there'll be a door at the end of it and I can open it.
We're still talking about this. I gotta clip this back in.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, like this is
This is the high life. This is the high life.
Yeah,
Right?
this is the
Man,
highlight.
what a fun fucking time, huh?
It's great, dude.
For real. Does it get any better than this?
It really doesn't. And
Oh man, what a
I
fun time.
just, I can't.
Hey,
I
cheers.
honestly
Cheers to
just,
you. You
yeah.
know,
Cheers to
hey,
you, buddy.
cheers
Cheers
to
to you.
you. Hey, you
Cheers
deserve it.
to, cheers
I
to
can't
everybody.
find, hold on, where's my beer at? There it is.
Yeah,
Cheers to
cheers to
you.
everybody. You're
Yeah,
disappearing.
it disappears. It keeps disappearing. Yeah, cheers to you,
Hey,
bro.
cheers, bro.
Cheers to you. You deserve it. This
Mm,
is fun.
you deserve it, bro.
Hey, we're still no.
Everybody out there deserves it.
You know what? Because they're gonna be back in the high life again.
Yeah,
We're
I hope
still
it
talking
creates a
about this. We're
whole
still talking about this.
yeah, I hope it creates a whole new Steve Winwood
Hey, I
movement,
haven't
dude.
stopped the Zoom. We're still on the Zoom. We're still getting recorded.
Yeah, I know.
Go
And
ahead. Sorry, I
why
talked
shouldn't
over.
we?
Go
No,
ahead.
why shouldn't we?
Go
Why
ahead. I
shouldn't
talked over it.
are we still recording?
Yeah,
Yeah. I was like, why shouldn't we still be recorded? Because
because I'm
you know
wasted.
what? We're just being real, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
why
we're talking
shouldn't
about
we?
Steve Winwood. We could stop the Steve Winwood one.
But why?
Yeah, you
It's
never know what other
all it is.
You never know what other Steve Winwood facts are gonna come out of this.
I don't care what Steve Winwood facts come
Dude,
out of
we have
this.
a good episode on our
All I'm
hands, son.
saying is the Steve Winwood.
We have a good episode on our hands. I
We
really
did.
like what we did tonight.
Yeah.
I loved it. Loved it. I'm kind of drunk, but boy had a drunk now post. I think we have a great episode.
Hmm.
Great
Well,
episode.
I'm a little drunky too, but I'm not ready to go to bed.
No, me either. I just don't know why I don't want to stop the recording because maybe there's a couple funnies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why don't
But
we just do it
man, we had a
together?
good one. Hey, we had a good one, dude. I think the song thing is something we should do. Like,
Well,
hey,
dude,
here's a
when we
song
only
we
dude,
think is fun.
we broke down the first
We
verse
didn't,
and the chorus.
we didn't even get to the fucking
That's it, bro. Like, I still got the song on my phone.
like an hour and a half on just the first verse and the chorus.
Dude, that's all we did was literally
Yeah,
one,
dude,
two,
and it's good.
three.
Like it's good
We
stuff.
did,
Like it's good
we
stuff.
did four, five, six,
And it's good stuff, dude.
seven,
Like
eight.
it's good.
We did 8 lines, dude.
Yeah, and it's
And
good stuff.
it's the first verse and then the
And the
chorus.
chorus.
And then, dude, get this. I'll drink and dance with one hand free. Let the world back into me.
It's your gay ear.
And I'll be a sight to see back
Oh,
in the high life again.
high life again. Yeah,
Yeah. But dude,
dude, we killed it.
that's
Hey,
none of
this is a
that.
good episode.
It's a
We did.
straight good
Hey,
episode.
yeah. I mean, we're gonna, there's a post episode shit going on right now, but
Mm, some of it.
there was a lot there, and there's a lot of positivity, and I want people to hear the positivity.
Well, that's honestly, I truly meant every word and everything that I said. I shared a lot about myself that I've never shared with
Dude,
anybody else.
I want people to at least hear because that's real, bro. That's real. I want people to
Hmm.
hear like uplifting, like the uplifting part and all that stuff. I want people to hear that. I know
Yeah,
hey, it's not gonna set the world on fire, you know that, but I
I don't
want
want to set the world
whoever
on
needs
fire.
to hear that thing. Whoever needs to hear that, I want them to hear it, and that's all that matters. It
That's
doesn't
the
matter if we
that
do it for an audience of 1,000 or we do an audience for one. Whoever
that's the
needs to,
thing.
whatever saves one motherfucker from doing, us going to fucking friends' funerals, whatever saves one person from doing that, then we want. Like, that's the shit. Like, that's what it's
Well,
about.
that that right there,
Yeah,
like you said, it's not gonna set the world on fire. And
man, but if it helps
I don't
somebody,
care.
if it
I don't
helps
care.
somebody,
I don't care that it's gonna set the world on fire.
yeah, I
I
can
don't
give a
want it
shit
to.
less.
I want it to reach out to someone that is fucking
Somebody, yeah,
struggling. That's
for real.
struggling, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I've
A
been one of
thousand,
those
thousand,
people,
thousand, thousand percent.
dude. I was one of those people.
We all,
Fucking
dude. Butler messaged me and then killed himself like a couple days later. Like,
yeah,
as long as it reaches somebody, like,
yeah.
there's.
I was
I always
one of
say,
those
hey,
people. I was one of those people
life
last
is worth
night,
more
dude.
with you in it. Like, life is worth you living. Like, that's
Hmm.
real.
I was one of those people last night, dude. I was sitting up at 2:32 a.m., sitting on the edge of this bed with this fucking light on, had my fucking earbuds in, and I'm fucking listening to tunes that are just tunes that are great, but they're great, and I'm by
Yeah,
myself. But I
dude,
know,
I've
like,
been bongoing on the couch.
I've been here before, like, I was like, man, you've been here before, but it's hard. It's hard as fuck. It's hard, dude. And like this shit right here, you can put this shit in.
Dude, I was bongoing on the couch the other night. I messaged you like, "Hey, it's cool to not have neighbors, not have babies, kids." Because I was bongoing. Like
Hmm.
sometimes, that's the cool thing about it all.
Well,
Because we
see,
get we
like
get to do that.
mine wasn't like, oh, I'm bongoing.
Well, just the fact that like
Mine was
I'm
like,
doing
I'm
this.
setting up in the dark.
Well, I was bongoing by myself in California.
Yeah,
Right now
oh,
I'm by myself. There ain't nobody here. There ain't nobody nowhere near. And I'm
yeah,
bongoing and fucking smiling and have a good effing time, a good GD time, you know. But yeah.
yeah. Calm down on that one.
Well, yeah, that's why I said GD. But it's like
Yeah, thank you,
I'm here.
thank you for
Hey,
saying
shout out. But I'm here like having a good time, bongoing it up, like living it up, living it the fuck up. Is it the best bongos in the world? Not a chance. But I'm
But are
like
you having a good
bongoing it
time?
up.
But did you have
Why
a good
the
time?
yeah,
Did you
why
have
the
a good
fuck
time
not? Dude, I'm
when
playing
you're playing
shit
your bongos? When you're playing
like
your
a
bongos?
like a madman. You would think I was, but guess what? You know,
Mine,
exactly. Like I
yeah,
got to do it. I got
mine.
to do it. That's the most important thing. I got to listen to Dave Matthews Band, listen to the Beatles, listen to all these motherfuckers, and I'm just bongoing it up in the privacy of my own home, as loud as I can, as terribly as I can, like all that stuff. But guess what?
How
Guess
did it make you?
what?
How did it make
I
you feel?
I had the man. I'm still amped up about it. I had the
Yeah,
best
it
time
made you
doing it.
feel fucking good as man. Yes,
It doesn't matter if I sound good or terrible. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? It's the
it
best.
made
It's
you
the
feel.
funnest. It's the absolute funnest shit to do.
Yeah, it made you feel good.
No repercussions, and I finally get to express myself. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Because I like the bongo, but I can't do it when baby's kids are next door. But guess what? No baby's kids. I'm pretty good bongo, man.
Yeah. So you felt good.
Yeah, listen to a live Dave Matthews concert in bongo. The best. The best. I think I've messaged you
So
every time I've done it.
yeah, yeah.
It is the absolute.
So
It's
you went ahead and just Follow to your heart's
Yeah,
content. I'm sorry,
yeah.
and felt great about it. And it was probably one of the happiest times you felt in a long time.
Liberating. Why the fuck not?
Doesn't it feel great to feel happy?
It's the absolute best.
Yeah.
It's fun. Oh, you know what another one is?
Yeah.
I guess we're still recording.
Enlighten me, bro. Enlighten me.
Fucking, I can't tell you why by the Eagles. Boy, we may do that one next. I can't tell you why. That's, dude, I'm telling you. No, that is the Gest song of all time. Yeah. Look at us, baby, up all night.
Yeah.
Dun, bam, bam, bam. Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun. Bam, bam, bam. That may be the next song we do. We're still recording.
Well, dude, we've barely even struck the uh in the back in the high life again.
Dude,
We
I'm
only did
telling
the
you.
first verse and the
Dun,
chorus,
dun, dun.
and you're already on
Baby,
the Eagles.
look at us, baby.
Okay, well, I guess we're
Uh,
on the Eagles.
no, you're right, but we have not struck the second. We struck the second verse a little bit, but not that much.
Yeah. Well,
I tried, and then we all went. We went off on tangents
well,
about.
welcome to Clonton.
Hey, but we went on tangents about how badass motherfuckers are. So, I will always let
Yeah,
that slide. We made sure to hammer home that motherfuckers are bad motherfuckers, like we did. So that's cool. We
yeah.
made sure to take care.
I just want everybody to know in a closing statement that everybody is fucking awesome
For
in
real.
their own way. And excuse my French, and I'll say freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Uh,
I guess I should
everybody
cut.
is everybody is so awesome in their own way, and man, I just want everyone to be around.
For real. Take care of
I just
yourself.
want I just want everybody to be around. I know life happens, crap like
Everything
that,
happens.
but
But hey, as long
don't
as
take life into your own hands, man.
for real, for real.
It's super sad, and we've dealt with too much of it.
Yeah. And I know it's
James and I have dealt with too much of it.
for real. I know it may seem like a oh, no one
It's
cares and this is my last resort. Man, I will scream at the top of the mountains. People
yeah.
do care, man. People
Please,
100% care. There's
please
if you don't
come.
think people care, your friends care, your family
Yeah,
cares. This
please come
affects
and talk to us or something.
For real, it affects a lot more people.
Go
Even
talk
if
to
you're
somebody. And
embarrassed, if you feel embarrassed to talk to people, to whatever, man, please reach out because the people it affects is you don't even realize how many people it affects. But
yes.
boy, howdy! And like I've always said, life is well better living with you in it than with you without it.
Mm,
So if you think it doesn't affect nobody, it literally affects a lot of people. It affects every single person that knows you. So if
yes.
you feel insignificant, reach out to us because you are significant to every single motherfucker that knows you. You know?
Yeah,
The
and even
Oh,
if you
nobody
reach
cares.
out,
Nobody cares is not something you need to go through life. I'm not gonna say it's dumb. Hey, maybe you feel that nobody cares, but man, I want to tell you this much. I will tell you this much 1,000 times. People fucking do. So never feel like you're too insignificant, and please do not make that tragic decision because man, you got
you
a
know,
fucking motherfucking family behind you. You got people that care about you, that love you and want to see you make that next day. If this day is your cloudiest day, then tomorrow may be your brightest fucking day that you've ever had. But you won't
yeah,
know that unless you make it there. So please get that next sunshine Never give up on anything because my goodness, like life is worth living. I can't have fun with you. All of your friends can have fun and joke and hang out and jovial. We can't do that without you here. So let's fucking go and let's get you here. You know? I mean, my goodness. Hey, welcome to the
Exactly.
good side. Like, let's party.
And
Let's have fun.
to
Please
speak
get
out,
there.
to
Reach
speak
out.
out, to speak out to another side of that,
Yeah.
um, for the people that will speak up and speak about the vulnerable side, like me, or you know, many people, I'm sure that are way worse than I do.
Yeah.
Um, there's a lot of people that won't reach out to, they won't say anything to their friends, even though they may say, even though they may know
Exactly.
their friends are having a hard go of it. Uh, if you think that, reach out,
Yep.
ask. That's all it is. It's a simple question. Simple question.
All right.
Just ask. And that might be all it takes for that person to let their vulnerable side be shown, and they talk about it, stuff like that. So never be afraid to ask.
Exactly.
That's kind of one of those things where it's that weird line. Ask. It's
Yep.
okay. It's okay to ask.
Because guess
You
what
know?
happens when you ask? You end up winning, and that's what it's all about. If you cower in doubt and you don't ask, then you don't win. So
Mhm.
that's on you, you know. Because around here we win. You know what I'm saying? Cheers, we be
Well, cheers,
winning.
buddy. And cheers, and here's to everyone that
Exactly.
was and everyone that is,
But hey,
and all those that will be. Um, I know that there's a lot of folks that man, I sure miss.
yeah.
I sure miss them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, sometimes it wasn't their fault, like murder, accidental overdose, stuff like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
suicide, or whatever, whatever. Um, get off that, you know, subject. But um, I'll just say this to people: be curious and not judgmental. Walt Whitman,
Yeah.
Ted Lasso, Ted Lasso. Be curious and not judgmental, because it's always best to be curious and to go ask questions and then kind of figure out what's going on, or just what. There might be nothing going on, but
Right.
at least you were cordial enough to
That yeah.
be curious, like be
Well,
curious.
and questioning, you gotta question shit.
Yeah, be curious. Like that's all it is. Be curious
Yeah.
and not judgmental. That's all it is, dude. Walt Whitman. And that's one of the greatest things I've ever taken from Ted Lasso. And
Man.
but yeah, Be curious.
So
And that's what I'll leave this end of the episode with
yeah,
is be curious, not judgmental. Walt
hell,
Whitman.
I
Go
like
ahead,
that.
somebody. Go ahead,
I
somebody.
like that. I like the shit out of that, Jesse. And as a person that more than likely has to talk last on this episode, inquisitive, but judgmental, because obviously, hey, you gotta have an inquisitive mind, but
Mhm.
you're not gonna get duped, obviously. So it's always good to have a one up on everything,
Yeah.
and a defensive state towards our own, because obviously it's a protective barrier. A lot of these people, a
Hmm.
lot of persons, you know, they reach comfort in the fucking stuff that we do, and the things that they're able to experience and live through. And hey, you guys, all this stuff. So man, what better way than to end this episode? And the fact that man, like this is it has been your episode. It has been something that we may have put in the back burner, but granted, you're in the high life again, you know. And there's been a lot of things talking about this episode. There's been a lot of things said, but you know what has the underlying theme is, man, we hope a lot of our friends and a lot of our fans and whoever needs the help, strives to be that better,
Yeah.
because Lord knows,
Live your greatest life.
yeah,
Go be
hey,
yourself. You can do it, man. You can
no
really do
one,
it.
no
I
one
didn't
needs
think
to
I could.
be, yeah, no one
I
needs
didn't.
to be in that lower echelon. And
No, nobody
if you
does.
feel that you were in that lower echelon, please reach out to any of us. Any of us. You know, I got near. Hell, I
Yes.
got two of them. you know, so I'll
Yeah.
listen up.
I'm a great listener, man. Just
Exactly. You
talk
know
to me.
what? And me and Jesse know that. Hey, if you reach out to us, we're gonna get you
Yeah,
back in the high life again. Because
exactly.
that's what it's all about. That is the epithet of this song. Like, that is really what it is. And man, so if you ever need help, if anything feels absolutely fucking terrible, please remember that nothing is terrible. You just say hit me and Jesse up, you know. And
Yeah,
I
and we
love
can
this
give.
song, Jesse. I love the song. The first verse, if you can read the first verse, well, the first verse and the chorus, if you can read that one more time, because
Let me
really,
read
in
that. Let
all
me read that.
reality, we've talked about it forever, but man, there is
Let me.
something
Let me.
about that first verse and that
Yeah, let
chorus.
me read that. Let me read that
Yeah,
first verse
fucking,
to
yeah,
top
let's
off
go.
to end this episode. It used to seem to me that my life ran on too fast.
Mm,
I had to take it slowly just to make the good times or I guess the good parts last.
right?
But when you're born to run, it's so
Woo,
hard to just slow down.
woo, woo.
So don't be surprised to see me back in that bright part of town. And
Oh,
then,
be
of course, I'll be back in the high life
again.
again. All the doors I closed one time will open up again.
Thank you for saying that.
And
I
then
closed.
I'll be back in the high life again.
Yes.
And all the eyes that watched me once will smile and take me in.
Woo!
That's one of the key
It's the
things
best song
there.
of all time.
You know, that's one of the key things. All the doors I closed
We'll open up
one time
again.
that's one single line. All the doors that I closed one time will open up again. So don't ever think that just because whatever happened happened. It's like
For
I said,
real.
it's like I said before or earlier in this episode. Man, you can burn bridges, and guess what? You'll build a bridge and get over it.
Yep. All the doors that
And you
closed.
know what?
Yeah.
But you know what though?
Well,
Sometimes you got to be comfortable with you won't build a bridge and get over it.
true.
And
There's gonna be people that hate you.
that bridge is gone, and that's okay. You got to be okay with accepting that that thing is that connection is gone.
Right?
So then what do you do? Well, that connection's gone. So you got
Then what do
to,
you do?
well, you know what? You start to build a new bridge. I was just trying to make sure my that phone was charging because I'm recording on that phone. I got this phone. I got this beer. I'm right here. James is right there.
I
He
thought I
probably
was
needs
gonna
to put
need.
he probably needs to put his glasses on.
No, I thought I needed eye drops, but
Well, you probably do.
so I can't. Why you wear these glasses? So I can't see. That's a
That's
Run
why I got
DMC.
my glass. That's why I
You know
got
Run
these glasses
DMC.
on.
That's
That's
a
why I got
DMC.
these.
Daryl McDaniels. That's a Daryl McDaniels. So why you wear these glasses? So I can't see. DMC from Run DMC.
Yeah. Well,
You know what I'm saying?
that's like on the big death.
Right? Hey, this is staying in. I don't know
Yeah,
if it's
well,
gonna be at
damn
the.
right it's staying in.
I was gonna say I don't know if it's gonna be at the beginning of the episode or at the end of the episode.
No, it's
But
gonna be
that
at the
part's
beginning.
definitely staying in.
Everything that we're doing is staying in, cuz.
Yeah. It may,
But
this
I'm a
part
big
maybe because I haven't done an intro. Are we introing it right now?
I don't know.
Shoot.
Let me see if my phone's charging. I'm the dust.
Oh, that big dude.
Yeah, I'm the big death. There it goes. 46.
How much?
Yeah. All right. The big death.
Hey, the big
I can see,
40th,
man. I don't know if it's charging or not, dude.
right? Well,
And honestly, it's like it charge, don't charge, don't charge. But hey, 46, that's good.
40th.
And 46, big death come with that.